I'm looking for a little guy. Looking for a little tomato guy. Little tomate. I'm gonna turn him into a fried green tomato. Oh, yeah, of course I want to kill this guy. I hate tomatoes. It makes sense. Tomatoes are nasty and gross and icky and bad. If you like a tomato, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Because tomatoes just gross. It's just gross. I'm way too autistic to like a tomato. Tomato is not a safe food. Bad texture. So love that one of the devils in Chainsaw Man is a tomato. What is it? I don't remember a tomato devil. That must have been early Chainsaw Man, huh? It's been a while since I've even thought of early Chainsaw Man, aside from my wife. My beautiful, lovely, amazing wife. Who's perfect in every way and the smartest ever. Oh, okay. No! No! I would never. Power, obviously. The most perfect, beautiful woman to ever exist, and also the smartest, and also the president of Earth. Oh, I don't want to fight that. I would never call Makima my fucking favorite. Kobeni, maybe. But never Makima. Even though Makima is a great character. All the characters in Chainsaw Man are pretty great. There's some forgettable ones in part 2. For the most part, all the main character stuff in Chainsaw Man is great. Asami Taka is great. She hasn't been in the manga for a little bit, even though she's like the main character of part 2. Chainsaw Man's weird. Part 2 of Chainsaw Man is actually about Chainsaw Man now. It hasn't been for the most part. God, that just reminds me that I haven't read Jujutsu Kaisen in like months, and I actually don't care. That feels good. I'm glad that I haven't read Jujutsu Kaisen in months. Oh, I miss Dungeon Meshi. I gotta watch the Dungeon Meshi anime. That shit looks well animated. And also, I want to see I want to see Senshi panty shots in Dungeon Meshi. It's actually so funny that Trigger now has to work on an anime where the only character that has panty shots is the dopey dwarf. Wait, oh my god, I totally forgot that Prosody voices Senshi in the dub. That's such a perfect role for him. I love Sungwon. He seems like a really cool guy. I hope he's one of those guys that doesn't end up turning out to suck major shit. But he's literally, like, what, married? So he's probably normal. Like, you literally have... Well, that's not a... I guess that's never really been a contributing factor to whether or not a YouTuber is cool or not. Can I come back in? Hello? What are you doing out here? Oh, evil chocobo. You can tell the Empire is evil because it plays this kind of music when they appear. So it's worth more than us. Yeah. Man, it's almost like this Empire heavily inspired the Empire in FF14, huh? They're incredibly similar. Hi, Miguelo. I love this old man. Here's a bribe. Miguelo's so swag. I hate it. It's rough and coarse. And it gets everywhere. Mm. Is Miguelo voiced by John DiMaggio? Great. Excellent. We got... Oh, that is a Jake the dog ass voice. You can kind of hear a little... Yeah, I think it is. I think it might be. Look at that piece of shit. He looks like Seymour from Final Fantasy X. I want to kill him. I guess his hair's not blue, so he's not evil. It's so funny playing a Final Fantasy game, and you see really early on the incredibly obvious evil character that they try to pass off as being, like, cool initially. FF11 is so fucking bad for that. You meet this guy who rules over this town called Juno, and it's like, he looks basically exactly like Seymour from Final Fantasy X, and you're like, okay, dude. Alright, motherfucker, you're evil. Yes. Correct. Yeah, fuck you! Eat shit! Kill yourself! Arden is a really big one, yeah. Arden is so obviously evil. Among Us? The king is among us. You know what I do like about this Final Fantasy game? That it's a fantasy-ass fantasy game. Which almost feels like it's in direct response to, like, Final Fantasy X. And how, like, I don't know, fantasy sci-fi it was. I guess this game is also kind of fantasy sci-fi. Well, no, I don't. Well, because there is like tech and stuff, right? There's like ships, but they're airships. It's less sci-fantasy than Star Wars. Yeah. Well, FF1, 2, and 3 are basically 1 through 4 are basically just hard fantasy. And I think 5. And then it's when it gets to 6 that it leans more into sci fantasy. I'm personable. Sounds cool. 8 is the most sci-fi. Yeah, 8 is the most sci-fi one. 13? No, I think 8 is more. I think 8 is more sci-fi than 13. Because at least in 13, it's also like the tech stuff is made by gods and whatnot. Though it is also still very sci-fi. Especially if you recontextualize the gods as like an alien race or whatever. I think 13-2 and Lightning Returns do get a lot more sci-fi than 8. But 13 itself isn't really sci-fi. It's definitely sci-fantasy. They should just make a straight up, properly sci-fi Final Fantasy eventually. Huh. Cool JPEG. I like how even like the JPEG like skybox stuff looks like a matte painting, like a Star Wars movie. Well, I guess not specifically just Star Wars. A lot of movies use matte paintings like that, but and then dinner. No. Don't tell me what to do. This particular FF always makes me think of White Knight Chronicles, maybe the other way around. I don't even know what White Knight Chronicles is. I've never heard of that in my life. What is that? Is it cool? It's a weird JRPG from the PS3 era. Well, yeah, I could have assumed from the name it was that. Okay. Folks in the Discord were talking about a weird Wii thing. I can't remember what they were talking about. Zorboy, were you part of that conversation? Talking about the weird Wii game? I can't remember if you were. I think it might have been Allie and Claire. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. Where do I want to go? I know Mina was talking about it too. Are there any more hunts? Let's see. Yeah, the Gen 6 was a weird time for RPGs. And by weird, I mean a fun time. Because, like, you had The Last Story, Last Remnant, Lost Odyssey. Hi, Tamaj. No, Lila was talking a lot about Lost Odyssey during Judgment. And, like, has suggested that I play it. So I might check that out at some point. I don't think that ever got ported to PC is the thing. Last Remnant did, which means I'll probably play that at some point. No, I'm not. I tried booting up Last Remnant the other day, and I was like, oh, this game's fucking weird and complicated. It's almost like a fucking weird, like, RTS type deal. It's weird. The Wester Sand. You got it. I'll kill that thing. Thextera. You get to make your character, but they're the main character at all. It sounds like a Vaughn-esque dude. Huh. What, really? So wait, White Knight Chronicles has you make a character, but the character that you make isn't the main character? That's weird. I kind of dig that, honestly. That's an interesting vibe. The character's just kind of in the cutscenes. You know what? That's fun. Then why do they have you make a character? I don't have all that much money right now. Oh, but I can have more. Ooh. I have a shield? No. Potion pack, yeah. You know what I'm also planning on playing through at some point on here? Gurumin. Have you heard of it? It's a Falcom game. Gurumin: A Monstrous Adventure, I believe is the full title. Because that game has always looked cute. I've had it on Steam for like forever and just haven't played it. You should look up Gurumin. It's really cute. We want to go to the Wester Sand and do a hunt. Oh, Zarbal, I'll have to go. Oh, is it the one that's like that one that's like super anime and it's like 2D and it just has like this like really weird perspective to it? Yeah, I know what one you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called. People were actually talking about it on Twitter last year, like late last year before I left Twitter. I can't for the life of me remember what it was called. Wait, the government girl had a trophy in Smash? That's weird considering... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, that's weird considering that game originally came out of the PSP. Okay. Government 3D was also on 3DS. Oh, was it? I did not know that. Did that come out in the West? I don't think I ever heard anyone playing Gurumin 3D on the 3DS. Then again, I don't really hear people talk about Falcom games much at all. Unless it's like Skies of Arcadia. That's basically the only one that people talk about. I just realized that I'm basically just grinding already. But it's fine. It's a short stream today anyway. We're not making huge progress right away. 360 also had Tales of Vesperia. Tales of Vesperia was really good. I liked that game a lot. I never ended up finishing it, but I think the Tales games are pretty interesting in general. I like that it's not like a, you know, conclusive series or anything. Aside from Symphonia has a sequel on the Wii, I believe. And that's like really it. Like Tales is more like an anthology than anything. I specifically remember the Symphonia sequel on the Wii because I think Lloyd was a bad guy in that. Like Guts. Oh no, not like Guts, like Kaim in Drakengard 2. Oh, that thing looks strong. Is that the thing I have to fight? That looks like it'll kill me. Did I saved before coming out? Did I say? I can't remember if I saved before coming out here. I'm gonna go save. Yeah. They love doing that. It's like how Cloud was the villain of Crisis Core, right? Everybody loves famous villain of Crisis Core, Cloud. It's also a game that I swear anytime I see it, it doesn't seem real. I know, it looks like a fake video game. That is a Drake and Josh video game. Or like something they would have had on The Sopranos. Y'all ever think about how Jesse played Sonic 06 in Breaking Bad? Yeah, no wonder that name just kind of slides off the brain. That's a nothing name. Okay, let's see if I can take this wolf down. Cookie, let me know how the SOP DLC is. Let me know if it's good or if it's bad. Oh, you know what? It's not doing, like, huge damage. Oh, but that's a lot of health. Good thing I fucking have potions. Vaughn, can you do more than one hit? Thank you. Oh my god, you did it! You mad lad. Okay. Ow. Were they here that game wants to... The DS Valkyrie Chronicles had an interesting version of that. I want to play the Valkyrie Chronicles games at some point, too. Because they seem like they'd be interesting. Or... No, there's like Valkyrie Chronicles, and then there's also Valkyria Profile. They're like two different things. Oh, yeah, but... Zarbal made me thinking of Valkyrie Profile. Is true. Fucked up that those series have, like, incredibly similar names. Yeah, no, that's what Catherine said, because Zarbal, you said Valkyrie Chronicle. Zarbal, you said Valkyrie Chronicle at first. They're different things. Also, I don't think Catherine's in the Discord. Despite being here for, like, every stream. No, that's fair. Oh, no, it's fair, Catherine. I will say it's pretty chill there. But, you gotta join if you don't want to. I was just teasing. Okay, back to the bar. Moogle! I love Evilise Moogles so much. They're such little guys. They're so little guy. They're incredibly little guy. The most little guy. Hey, man. Ooh, thanks. I also love the fucking Moogles in the Dark Knight quest line in 14. They're such little shits. Just little gremlins. I really should do the post Moogle quests in 14. Because I do love a 14 Moogle a lot. Man, I fucking love walking through an RPG town. That's why Thor High Heels is so smart, because he says that it's the best part of playing an RPG, and he's fucking right. It's like being in the space of an RPG is amazing. And that's part of Final Fantasy that Sop unfortunately completely misses out on. Cookie, look! Cookie! Look, it's the guy! It's Mont Blanc. Oh, okay, so you can make adjustments to the board here too. That's good. Oops. Named after a dessert. Yeah. Named after a dessert with like almond, I believe, is what we learned from 25th Ward. I've never actually had. Look, it's also like the world map from Tactics, which is really good too. Chestnut. Oh, it's chestnut puree. Oh. So Mont Blanc was your first like companion character in Tactics Advance. He's the first guy you meet when Marsh lands in Ivalice. He's basically the tutorial companion guy because he tells you about like judges and rules and stuff. Traveler's tips. Oh dear lord. Okay, I just gotta get rid of all the exclamation marks on these. Hold on. Well, it's probably for the best that you don't remember the story in Tactics Advanced because it's bad and sucks. Where is the store and stuff? Is there a door? I thought, huh. Ah. Yay! Yay! Any new marks? Okay. Yeah. And then you make your disabled brother cry. Yeah. The story is bad because, like, oh, it's all about how escapism sucks, especially for or even for your disabled brother who No, I don't think he's your brother. I think he's just your friend. Because your friend has like abusive parents and is disabled and like gets to Evil East and is like, oh yo, I can walk here and like I can do shit. And it's pretty swag. And Marshall's like, lol, LMAO, no, we're going home. Fuck you, you're a villain now. Piece of shit. Oh wait, are they your brother? Yeah, because cause I guess that's how they end up with you, right? It's been a bit. Do they cookie? Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, yeah. Tactics Advance is incredibly self-defeating, and I really don't like it. Just a deeply stupid game. Which sucks, because I think, like... I think the aesthetics are good. I think the characters, for the most part, are good, which is why I'm happy to see Mont Blanc in 12. I think, like, the rule system is really interesting, even if it does just suck sometimes. Um, the overall point of Tactics Advance being shitty is just unfortunate. Yeah, exactly, Mithra. Exactly. I mean, escape is some swag, especially when World is a fuck. Because World do truly be a fuck. Oop, wrong button. Oh, I already have... Oh, no. Hmm. I'll keep that. I really gotta actually play through, like, proper tactics at some point. See, TA2 is fine, I think. Because TA2 is its own thing. I don't even think it's an isekai, like Tactics Advance was. Um... What am I doing? What's my goal right now? Does not tell me. Oh, it's TA2 and isekai as well? It's just that Luso is way more lax about the whole ordeal. I see. Isn't there a character in that game with a really stupid name? The plot basically boils down to him just doing fun stuff to write on his magical journal. That sounds sick. That sounds like what those games should be about. Yeah, the FFTA2 is on DS, I believe. Which makes me question why the game is still called Tactics Advance. Because it was called Tactics Advance because it was on the Game Boy Advance. Main character's name is Luso Clemens. Luso. That's a good name. I like that name. I like this guy. Yeah, Tactics Dual Souls, exactly. Like Tactics DS. I know, Cookie. That's why I'm playing 12 instead of, like, the much more complicated and long tactics games. We gotta do Vagrant Story at some point. I should just stream all the Evilise games. It's wild that Vagrant Story isn't a Final Fantasy game, but takes place in Evilise. I've heard all I need. So this Crescent Stone, can I have it? Then I can find that secret passage into the palace, right? Not much of a listener, are you? The Crescent Stone has lost its magics. Without the power of a Sunstone, it will be of little use. Right, so where can I get one of these Sunstones? You seek Giza Plains. Speak with the nomads there. You will find your Sunstone. Leave by Southgate and continue south. Their village is not far. There are like to be beasts on the plains, so be careful, my boy. My boy. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. Hey, boy. I love Bacchus from fucking Yakuza 0. What, is Vagrant Story a long game? Or do you say it would take a good while to play through all the Evilise games? Well, would I have to include the Evilise raids in FF14 there? So I'd have to play all of FF14 up until the end of Stormblood? Which I think would be very funny. That would be a funny bit to do. I tried playing the original tactics, but the way level scaling worked didn't allow me to make a new team with names I chose. I never got past the first couple of missions. Did you, Mythra, did you try PS1 or PSP? Because PSP has a lot of good quality of life stuff. If you can stomach the, flowery prose of the PSP localization. There's also a mod called Tactics 1.3 that overhauls the whole game progression, I think. Yeah, that's also a very good way of playing that game. There's also just like general enhancements for tactics on the PSP, where it's like it lets you control guest characters. It speeds up a lot of the special attack animations because they can be really slow on the PSP version. And a bunch of other stuff as well. So I would recommend it. War of the Lions is good. I just give it a lot of shit because like it is pretty hard to follow. Because it has a complicated plot and the flowery prose doesn't exactly help its followability. I think I want to take a break. Actually, I'm gonna fiddle with some settings really quick. Actually, I don't think I have to. We have motion blur on? No. Okay. I thought this game had a 16 times speed multiplier. But just 4. Look at Von Go. This is the best part of this game.